702.
Weird and wonderful.
My guest is Sandy Smith, numerologist. Sandy, good evening to you and welcome to the show. Good to hear from you. Are you well this evening?
I am, thank you. I'm just wondering if I should be putting my headphones on or if you can hear me clearly.
I hear you loud and clear, but of course you should put your earphones on if you can't hear me very well.
No, I can hear you perfectly.
Great.
And my name is actually Sandra Jean, but Sandra is the other one, but my main one is Sandy.
Okay. So you know what? Why I mentioned that? My guest in the previous hour was also Sandra. And I suppose there's some serendipity there, hey, Sandra? As somebody who does not believe in coincidence, that all things are ordered in a very interesting way.
Yes.
Maybe there's a story behind the fact that I'm speaking to two Sandys today.
It would be interesting to have known what her date of birth was.
Yeah.
That kind of would have added to the picture because the name Sandra is a 3, which is to engage, and she was very engaging.
Yes.
And good sense of humor, and there was like a rhythm and dance in her vocab.
Indeed. Listen, so we're talking about relationships and numbers today. You and I have had conversations about how numbers, if studied correctly and interpreted correctly, in terms of the principles that you and I have talked about of numerology, which are ancient, based on conversations that you and I have had, that maybe your life path, your life number has got a lot to tell us. I always love to get our listeners to participate. Maybe let's get that out of the way. If people want to have their numbers read, what do you need them to tell you up front so that you can quickly give them a quick reading?
Their day, their month, and their year of birth. And as long as I'm speaking to them, I'll know if they're male or female. But if they're sending you a WhatsApp, we know a lot of the African names are male and female. So
Yes.
I'd like to know the gender if we're taking a WhatsApp message.
So what is behind the fact that some people just click? That some people are just have such an easy rapport? Whereas even though you might be trying very, very hard, some relationships just don't work. What do the numbers say about that?
Right. So the one thing is that there's one particular number that if you've got it and I've got it, we will have that electricity and that connection, and that is a number 6. Now, you can have that in your first name, your middle name, your surname, or your day, month, and whatever your day and month that will add to, and also your life path. So that is 1. And 6s are quite interesting people because they might be in a male-female or a same-sex relationship, but it's not conditioned because they are not about the person, the how they look and etc. It's about that energy that they feel. Mm-hmm. And then there's relationships that last for 20, 30, 40 years is because there's a synergy of numerically they are in line. So when you add your day and your month together, you keep adding to get down to a number between 1 and 9. If that is the same number your partner has and your birth dates are within probably a 2-month window period, your relationship has the possibility of lasting a lifetime, because your day and month, when added together to get to a number, this is about the number that's in your personal space. And if somebody's got the same number, we can work. Although we've got to admit that some people are different and we can't change people, but that has a strong chance of working. The other thing is if your ages are the same, so you don't have to be born in the same year, because somebody could be born in 1976 or 1967. Their age is still going to add to a number between a 1 and 9. So that means if your age adds to the same number, you can also kind of be working together in the workspace, in the social space. Now, there are certain numbers, like for you, Aubrey, I don't know what your wife's, Jenny's date of birth is, but you're born in April, so your birthday's coming up next month.
Yeah.
And you are a grounded, systematic, orderly, you like a map and a plan. And you always remember you saying that she is the one who handles the money. And I'm going to say that I think that she's got a 4 as well. So she's kind of accountable and reliable, where you might be a little bit more spirited in your spend.
Yeah, I'm very spirited. That is such a beautiful way to put it, Sandra. Yeah?
Yeah, there's a mischievous side that you have, and it's a giveaway in your laughter. But I would say that people with 4s are better in relationship with people with 4s.
Yeah.
Then if your first digit in your day, let's say you're born on the 18th, your first digit is a 1, and your partner is born on the 12th day, that 1 that they have that's what works, because both of you are independent people. Where if you're born on the 20th or somebody on the 21st, that 2-digit means I have to hold hands. I need to be in a relationship, and I need to share. So when somebody's got a 1 as their first digit and the other partner's got a 2.
But where, on which part of my birth date? On my day, on my month, or my year?
On your day. So if you're born on the 21st, so that 2 of yours needs to be and prefers to be in a relationship.
Yes.
If it was reversed, it was the 12th.
Yes.
Then the 1, that it doesn't, it's not dependent, it's not needy, it's independent.
Yes. Yes. I hear.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing is that those are kind of very little important things. Then we've got particular numbers between 1 and 9. So depending on what year you are in your personal space or in your public space, which is your age, what are you attracting and where are you? Because if you're in 1 personal year or your age adds to a 1, this is kind of like a me, myself, I year.
Yeah.
This is more about what I want to do and what I'm looking for. If we're in a 2 personal, a 2 actually generally is an 11 that adds to a 2, which means I am wanting to be in relationship, or I'm in one and I'm wobbling and I'm not sure. So either way, that 2 is going to be a lot of unsure whether I want to get into one or whether I'm in one, I want to get out of one, and it's on and off and it's backwards and forwards. Where if you're in a 3 personal year, this is very social, very engaging. And if you're a man in a 3 year, then this is a year of woman, 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 and more woman. Where for a female in a 3 personal year, this is to get the girls together and get out there and go and socialize. And it's a very good, it's the engaging time, but it can also be to get engaged. It can be celebratory, so it could also be a wedding time. But then if you're in a 4 year, this is male. This is now where women are going out there and all they see is men. And a 4 for a man will be, I want to consolidate my relationship. So there's different energies where if we go into a 5 personal year, this is affairs and discoveries and disclosures, and lies and money issues and, talking lobola and all the things that you were talking with your previous guest.
Yes.
Because it's got the lobola negotiations, traditional marriage, religious marriage, it's old school, but it's got a lot of BS that's floating around,
Yeah.
So, and then...
Just before you continue. So what should be the fundamental question of listeners be, having understood what you've just said? What should they be wanting to understand? Because I'd like for our calls to be really focused on this idea of relationship and numbers. Because, there's so many things that you're going to get calls for. I see the calls coming in like a flash, as they always do whenever you're in the show, Sandy. But what I'm looking to do is direct the calls and the questions on the issue of relationships and numbers specifically.
Right.
What is it that you think is the fundamental core question that people should be asking about their numbers and relationships?
One thing they can say is, give me your day, month, and year, and when will I meet somebody? Very simple question.
But if there is somebody...
If there's somebody who's not in a relationship, they want to know when is their timing to meet somebody. For people who are in relationships, we can take both the day, month, and year to see where they are individually and what is going on in their relationship and what do they need to do.
All right, so you heard it from Sandy. Give us a call on 011-883-0702. We need your birth year. If it's going to be a call, Sandy will be able to ascertain whether you're male or female. But the question really should be around the issues of relationship. I don't know whether you'll be able to entertain other questions, Sandy. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Or do we stay just in the conversation around relationships and numbers?
I'm easy.
You're easy. All right. 011-883-0702 is the number to dial. My guest is Sandy Smith. She's a numerologist. We're talking about the numbers in your birthday and how they relate to your relationships with others, particularly those relationships that are of the romantic kind. But it's not just limited to that. We can talk about other issues, other relationships, but we would love to take those calls from you on 011-883-0702. I want to start off with Nomathemba in Johannesburg. Good evening to you, Nomathemba.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Give us your birth date and maybe the question that you're asking.
28 July 1986, and I'd love to find out about my current job situation.
Okay, job situation, Sandy?
Okay, 100%. Okay. Right, so let's see. All right, so Nomathemba, your age adds to an 11, and being your age means out there in the public or career, and it's saying that you're very unsettled, you're unsure, you're undecided. This could be just you, but it could also be what's going on in the company, that there could be retrenchments or there's shifting and changing. Now, what I would do is I would get your CV out in the marketplace anyway and keep it out there until the end of the year. You are in a very favorable time from end of April through to August, September, where offers will be on the table and they might take a bit of negotiation backwards and forwards. Your most important thing is to make sure that everything is in writing. And just because you've been made a job offer doesn't mean to say that you need to accept any. You need to just weigh out where you are and what is on offer. And you should actually be having two forms of income. You could have a side hustle. I do believe that you can own your own business as well. But you're quite corporate oriented, and if you owned your own business, corporate could be your client or working in SOEs. But, corporate is there, but I still believe you're going to own your own business. And I think you've got itchy feet to actually even do that.
Matemba, good luck to you. And thanks very much for your call. Much appreciated. Let me speak to Koketso in Pretoria. Good evening to you, Koketso.
Hey, how are you?
Very good, thanks. Go ahead.
I'm fine. I'm born June 12th, 1989. I want to find out when am I meeting Mr. Right?
There you go. There's my kind of question.
Okay.
There you go.
So Koketso, this is perfect because she's born in June and that's the number 6. So Koketso, everything about her is if I don't connect, I don't bother. So it's interesting that you're also born on the 12th day with that 1 as your first digit, which says, I want a relationship, but I don't need a relationship. You're also very good in your own company. And I'd say that, you're not in a bad time. You're not in an unfavorable time. It's a case of, I wouldn't be looking for a relationship. I would be present out there, socially engaging, etc., and meeting people because you will know it when you see it. You will have that feeling. You can actually have that energy where you can see somebody across the room and go, that's the guy I'm going to marry, or that's the woman that I'm going to marry. So I'm just going to say it's not unfavorable. You're happy in your own company. You're independent, but connection is everything.
Thank you very much, Koketso, for your call. Donald is in Kagiso. Hi, Donald. Hello, Donald. Donald, we can't hear you. Are you using your hands-free kit? What are you doing? We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
All right, let's see if we can't get Donald on a better line. Pule is in the Val. Good evening to you, Pule.
Thank you very much, Aubrey.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, I was born on 25 August 1998.
Yes. And your question?
My question is, in terms of relationship, how does it go?
Pule in the Val. Sandy?
Bule, are you in a relationship right now?
Nope.
Good. Excellent. Okay. So, Bule, when you add your day, that's a 7. With your month, it's an 8. And the 2 adds to a 15, which adds to a 6. Now, you are going into your personal 6th year that is starting August of this year. But I want to pull it back to the month of June, which is also number 6. And you are going to be meeting and connecting. Now, one thing is that there is going to be people from your past. If there is a relationship from your past, I want you to make sure that you don't go back.
Okay.
You've got to own why. You've got to own why it finished. Going back is not the solution necessarily. We might just need to close some doors. But I feel that you are going to connect. And it's interesting. You're either going to be introduced by someone that you know who will connect you, or you will meet people that will connect you to somebody. But there's a link and there's a connection and there's something in the past. So you could even meet up with somebody who went to school with you, but you never even knew them. But they could have been somebody in your class. You're going.
That sounds like it's ringing a bell there, Pule.
It is. It's really, really good, Bule. So this is going to be quite a nostalgic time as well, and deja vu. But there's something about people with 6s. So with Bule, sometimes he will meet somebody that he has never met before, but he feels that he's known them all his life. And that will be the energy that you're going into starting, I'm going to say, from the 25th of May onwards. It's going to just start picking up speed. That your turning point is around the 25th of January of 2026. You're going into a really good year.
Except Pule, me outie.
Pule, the one thing the one thing I need you to pay a bit more attention to is how you voice from your heart, that you speak from your heart when you get into your relationships, because
Yes.
I don't want you to be silent in your feelings and your emotions.
Okay.
Okay, Pule, good luck, man. Mandy is in East Rand. Hi, Mandy.
Hi, Aubrey and you guys. How are you?
Good, very good. Thanks, Mandy. Tell me, what is your question for Sandra?
Okay, so I'm currently in a relationship. The partner is very sure that he does want to get married to me. However, I'm just not certain about him.
You're not feeling this guy.
Well, I know I
Okay.
like him, but in terms of marriage, there's not much financial security there, and my family is also concerned about that. So,
Give us your birth date.
20th May 1992.
Okay.
And what is his birthday?
His birthday, 22nd of May 1992.
I love this. Okay, Mandy. So you're born on the 20th day, and that adds to a 2. He is born on the 2nd. That is a 2.
22nd.
You're both born in May. So what you're actually doing here is you're both looking at you're looking at yourselves. So there is a synergy here, and you're born in the same year. So, I mean, it's almost like you're sitting with your twin, but you're not twins. There is, you've also got to be careful, because both of you, with your being born in May, you will look for a problem instead of looking for a solution. When there is a monetary problem, both of you got 5s, which is money and power and bad spending. Both of you've got 7s, which is a little bit like Aubrey, which can be a bit of a dance around buying one in every color kind of thing, or mischievous with money. So both of you also have a one life path, that your success is because of yourselves, not because of the collective, and how you're able to maintain your own money and your own independence within a relationship. Now, the interesting thing is, there's a pregnancy around you as well, Maggie. So I'm just kind of letting you know. You're both going into a personal 7-year from your birthdays, and this is about commitment or freedom. And I think that's also one of the issues, because both of you, your day and your month add to a 7. And I mean, I think both of you with your 7s are romantic bunnies. Your 5s are very traditional. There's a bit of conflict where the one is so spiritual and the other one is so religious and traditional. But your 7s can defy, which is a little bit like Aubrey, defies the odds. And you're going into a 7 personal year. So this is going to be a question that I would like to ask the two of you, is how scared are you of one another, of yourselves, not of your partner? I think
it's
you're
more
putting
me than
fear
him.
in. Sorry?
Yeah. And I'm saying, no, I think it's more me than him. Yeah. I need to be 100% sure, and I think he is trying to assure me, but it's just not the level.
I think the brother needs to make a bit more money, Mandy.
You know what? The thing is that I think, how do the two of you discuss about the money story going forward? The most important thing is, if you don't start saving 20% each month, you're never going to have money to survive in old age. You've got to start that soon. So you've got to do that for yourself individually. And then we can start working on the collective of how we're going to work in a marriage together, or how we're going to work in a relationship before we even get into a marriage. And the two of you should actually really sit down with your fears, because the two of you have got the same fears.
Oh, that's very insightful. That's quite deep. Mandy, good luck to you. Esmeralda is an Orange Farm. Good evening to you, Esmeralda.
Hi, good evening, Aubrey.
Yeah, go ahead, Esmeralda.
I was born on the 18th of April, 1959.
Okay.
So I would like mainly to tell me what's going forward in my life.
In which aspect?
Finances,
Okay.
health.
Okay. Quite general. All right.
Okay, Esmeralda, I just want to check. 18th of April, what year?
1959. I'm quite old.
No, my darling. Listen, you're as solid as a rock, I must tell you. You are independent, you are self-driven, you're a leader, you're not a follower. You're accountable, reliable, dependable, you're good with property. I mean, you're like a pillar for your community. You've got a hidden 22-4, so you've almost... There's the word captain of, I mean, were you a prefect at school? Were you a captain of a team or whatever? And as you've got into your life and as you are sitting here, born in 1959, I mean, you are strong as an ox. I must tell you something. I think a lot of people rely and depend on you. You've got such good business numbers as well. You've got a one life path, so you're quite happy to make it on your own because you can. Most men are petrified of you anyway because of your strength that you exude. And I would say the thing that is for me a little bit concerning is your head, your neck, and your spine, your back. Your back is your back is what worries me.
Yes.
Be kind to it and take care of it. You don't need to have a back fusion or a spine fusion or whatever. But going forward, you're still in a very good business time. There's contracts and deals and tenders and opportunities that are still sitting in front of you for the next 2-3 years. Just be a little bit more. I mean, I think you're a very conservative person. I also think you're very minimalist, and you're not a wild spender. So you can live with next to nothing, and that is something that I wish that I could do. But I think just to be more present in your paperwork and money matters, and keep your minimalist approach to life, but there is still very good work and business out there for you.
Thanks very much, Esmeralda. Thank you very much. Tebogo is in Midrand. Good evening to you, Tebza.
So, bro, how are you?
I'm good, man. Tell me about your question and what your birthday is.
My birthday is on the 10th of February, 1983.
Yeah.
And my question is about relationship. When am I meeting my partner?
All
Okay.
right.
Oh, Tibbs, this is so fabulous because your day and month adds to a 3. Now, your day means you're independent. You want a relationship, you don't need a relationship. But what I like about you is that your day and month add to a 3 and you are in a 3 year. You are in the year of woman. And then, let's see, your age currently adds to a 6. Your life path is a 6. You're in the year of connection, social, engaging. You know what? You've got to say to all your friends, if you're having a function, I want an invite. I want you to also instigate.
Things are looking up, Tebza. Things are looking up, buddy.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Your age just being a 6, this is connection in the workspace. I always say we don't need to have a relationship in the workspace. That gets messy and untidy. But through work, they could be having a braai or whatever and invite, and you could meet through your work connections. But you're in a year to meet. And I'm just going to say, keep your chin up, keep that smile on your face, because I know you always smile. I think you're very easy to get along with. And you are in the year of sparks. This is a fabulous year for you.
Hey, Debza, good luck, man. Just
you very
be
much.
careful out there, bro, you know.
Thank you.
Debza and Midrand, much appreciated. Buddy is from Endicott in Mpumalanga. Good evening to you, Buddy.
Hi, good evening. Ops.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I was born on the 19th of November,
Yeah.
1954. My senior wife was born on the 19th of February, 1958.
Yes.
My junior wife was born on the 6th of June.
Oh, hold on. You got a couple of wives?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
I had 4 wives. I'm left with 2 now.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay, tell me that your junior wife, born on the 6th of June.
Yes,
What year?
June 77.
Perfect. So Paddy, this is so interesting.
This is a very interesting one. Yeah.
Your day and month add to a 3. Your senior wife, her day and month add to a 3. And your junior wife, her day and month add to a 3. So, as a matter of fact, this is good for you. This is good for them as well. I mean, this is perfect. The difference is that your senior wife is born in February, so you're out of sync with her from February to October. Your junior wife, you're out of sync between June and November. So there's times where we're not kind of connecting. But I feel that energy-wise, all 3 of you are very easy to get along with. The only clash is because we all have hidden 3s that we might be a little bit game playing. But let me see your senior wife. Let me see, 7, 8, 9. Your junior wife is a little bit easier with the flow of things, yet she reacts very quickly. She speaks very quickly. There's an opportunity now. Let me just see 3 here. See, you are still in an 11 year. So, Paddy, you're feeling unsettled in relationships. And only when you hit your birthday will you feel back in synergy and back in sync. But I don't think you're in negative situation at all. That just this certain period that you've got now, from June to November, you're a bit out of sync with the ladies. So I think what you need to do is to be a little bit softer and engaging on your approach, because actually you're the wobbly one and they're not. Does that make sense?
Buddy, I hope this makes sense to you, bro.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
Buddy, in Endicott, Mpumalanga. Kanye is in Vosloorus. Hi, Kanye.
Hi, Aubrey. How are you?
I'm very well, Mama. What is your question and when were you born?
I'd just like to find out about my relationship and my career. I was born on the 27th of January, 1994. And my partner's birthday is on the 14th of May. He was born in 1992.
Okay. So, Kanye, this is really interesting. Your day and month add to a 1, and his day and month add to a 1. So this puts you in sync in your personal space. Okay. You're out of sync January to April to mid-April. A month before his birthday, you're out of sync. Now you are too compromising in this relationship, and you don't speak up enough, and you take on more responsibility than you should, where your partner is, you are very spontaneous and he isn't. He will argue 24/7, and you're not an arguer. He is about money, power, and control, and you'll actually give away your power. So I'm just going to say what I feel you should do is you should own your own money and own your own space and own your own individuality. Now, because he's got a 4 in his day, he's got a 4 life path, you can't surprise him, because his reaction is not, he's going to go, well, I can't do that, because he doesn't have the map and the plan. So he needs to plan his life, and he needs to speak up and let you know what his plan is. You will adapt, but I don't want you to adapt because you can. I want you to adapt because what his plan is what you want for you. But both of you have got very good money and very good business in your numbers. You are a little more in the public space. He's a little bit more in the corporate and also property areas.
Kanye and Fosterus, I'm going to let you go. Hope it makes sense. I'm going to take one from the WhatsApp line. This one's, her name is Jenny. Sounds like it's my wife. It's not, but she is born on the 17th of May, 1984, and she wants to know about her relationships and money.
Okay. So being born on the 17th of May, she's got a hidden 22-4 and another 4. So straight away, men are intimidated by her because this is a captain of industry. She's a powerhouse. She's born on the 17th, independent. Her 7 is defiant. Her 5 is corporate. Her 4s are, she's all about marketing, sales, and management, and training, and corporate and banking, etc. She's got an 8 life path. Jenny, watch around your reproductive areas and colon area. What was she asking about? She was
asking about money and relationships.
Okay. Well, the thing is, Jenny should invest in property or anything to deal with earth, metal, or wood, and or the pharmaceutical area. She is in a 3-4 years, so there's a lot of restructuring that's been happening around the workspace, a lot of difficulty from her birthday this year. But no matter where you will be working, you're going to be bumping heads. And I'm going to say to you, duck for cover. Do your job, do your paperwork, stay in line. You've got no friends at work. Don't trust anybody. There's a lot of difficulties that's going on around the workspace. Once you surface in 2026, around May onwards, you are in a better time on the career front going forward. So right now, don't jump jobs because you're unhappy in a company, because wherever you go, you're going to walk into negative situations. To try and stay the course for the next year, and put whatever money aside that you can in the course of this next year. Save, and then also do any courses that get offered on the workspace to add value to you and your CV.
Final one from Karen on the WhatsApp line. She was born on the 30th of September, 1959, and she wants to know about family relationships and romance too.
Okay. So Karen is, currently in 11 personal, and her age currently adds to an 11. So in the career front and in a personal space, it's all very, very unsettled. She's unsure, undecided. When you are not sure, do not push. Do not watch what you're signing with legal matters. There's a lot of make and break in relationships and friendships and family members. I'm just going to say pull back. Because as you get to your birthday, and past your birthday, by December, this will all have played itself out and will be in a much, much better year and more engaging on the work front as well as the social front.
And that concludes our reading for tonight. Any special insights that we need to get from you as we part ways, Sandra?
Okay, if I have to just jump ship on the word relationships and go jump into South Africa, we're going into a fantastic year. And please don't pay too much attention to what Donald Trump is doing or not doing or the way he's doing things or whatever. He and Elon Musk are going to fall out of sync in the next 24 months, without a doubt. There's a huge lot of nonsense going in the Northern Hemisphere. I wouldn't want to be there for love or money, but we are going into a fabulous year.
Sandy, always great talking to you. Thank you very much for your time. By the way, how do people get in touch with you if they want to?
Right.
Yep.
Yes. Email address, sandy@numerology.co.za. My web, www.numerology.co.za. My cell number is there, so you can get my number to WhatsApp me. And then I'm on X, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I don't know what that other one is. Begins with a T. I can't think of the name. But I'm just Google Sandy's Numerology. You'll get hold of me.
Sandy,